The Office is leaving Netflix. What will happen to Netflix? This isn't a prank, it's not April Fool's, this is actually happening. For those of you who don't know what The Office is, I don't really have to explain it. It's one of the most loved TV shows in the world. Many people often find themselves returning to it because it never gets old. The Office is so good that it is Netflix's #1 show. If you look at this chart here, I'm not sure how recent this is, but I'm quite certain that the current chart is about the same. The Office is the most viewed TV show across the whole platform. It's viewed twice as much as the second place holder, so it is a very popular show on Netflix, and for a lot of people, they would cancel their Netflix subscription if they got rid of The Office. And well, The Office is leaving. So if we look at a tweet from Netflix, it states that they are sad that NBC has decided to take The Office back for its own streaming platform. Members can binge watch the show to their heart's content, ad-free, on Netflix until January 2021. So 2 years from now, The Office is leaving Netflix for good. It's kind of sad, because The Office, for me, is the biggest TV show that I watch whenever I go to Netflix. Just like Parks and Rec is the go-to TV show on Amazon Prime. So what will happen to Netflix? Well, I think this could be the end of streaming platforms like this because people, they're kind of at their breaking point, and I'll get into that in a second here. But a very high amount of Netflix users already go to Netflix because of The Office, so they're going to lose a lot of subscriptions from that alone. But I don't think everyone's going to cancel because there's still a lot of other TV shows that you can't really watch without Netflix. So they're not going to go out of business, but I think this is the end of streaming platforms. Because I've noticed that this is a recurring thing. Netflix is a very good idea because every TV show is there. You can watch it whenever, unlike cable television, when it's all like scheduled times. You can watch Netflix whenever you want. But now, imagine having to pay for every single cable TV channel. It's good. It starts to add up. So if we think about how many streaming services are there, let's see here. There's Netflix. There's Prime Video. Is Apple TV a thing? I bet it is. Yep, there's Apple TV. There's even YouTube Red. There's Hulu. HBO has a streaming service. And there's a lot more that I haven't even mentioned yet. And then we go into ones that are coming up. There's 3 that I know that are coming up. I think one's already out actually. So it starts out a few years ago when I started to have these thoughts that, hey, these streaming services are getting a bit excessive. A few years back, Doctor Who was removed from Netflix, and that took a big toll on me because I had to figure out where do I watch this show. And then I found out, oh, there is a place to watch Doctor Who called the BBC iPlayer, which looks completely free until you want to watch TV shows like Doctor Who or whatever else. You have to pay. It's a streaming service. And Disney, they started pulling their shows off of Netflix and stuff. Where can I watch a Disney show? Oh, they're coming out with a streaming service this year as well. And now NBC. NBC is the network that owns The Office, and they're pulling The Office from Netflix because they want to make their own streaming service in 2021. So it's like every network or whatever is making a streaming service. It's basically like cable, but you're paying for every single TV channel instead of paying for packages, which is crazy. NBC, they also own Brooklyn Nine-Nine, or The Good Place, or Parks and Recreation. So all of these TV shows may start not existing on Amazon Prime or Netflix, and you're gonna have to pay for the NBC streaming thing. So instead of paying for 1 or maybe 2 streaming services, you're starting to pay for like 10 and then 20 and then every network. Now my thoughts are, well, this is becoming a bit ridiculous and it's sort of promoting piracy. Back in the old days when there was cable and you couldn't really watch anything else unless you like paid for a DVD set, the only way to watch these shows was digital piracy. You go to piracy websites, and there you would just download TV shows, and that's how you'd watch them. And then streaming services came along, and people were like, you know what, pirating episodes is not worth my time anymore. I'm just gonna pay for 1 subscription service. But now that it's like 10 subscription services, it's becoming expensive, and sort of inconvenient having to flip through all of them. So now, well, piracy is back. Good job, NBC. BBC. Good job, Disney. Good job, Hulu. Good job, Apple. Good job, Netflix. Good job, Amazon. Good job, YouTube. Good job, HBO. And there's probably a crap ton more that I'm forgetting. Those are my thoughts on this. That's probably what'll happen to Netflix. It'll lose customers because people will stop paying for everything. That's it for me, though. Don't unsubscribe and fly on. If you have any thoughts on this topic, be sure to comment down below. It's very interesting.